Good morning, pregame crew. It is Wednesday, November 22nd, 2023, 6:20 a.m. Mountain Time, 8:20 a.m. Eastern Time. Good morning and welcome to the show. Thank you for being here on this Thanksgiving Eve. I officially get started in 10 minutes. I jump on early to say hello to my friends, do an audio-visual check, and take a few chart requests. Good morning, Marvin. I didn't see the news, but congratulations. I'm sure it's about Lou Lane. I'm glad she's feeling better. Hey, Greg, Tom, Marcel. Hey, Topher, Tess, Dino, Sir Fernando, Fat N. Hey, Nugget, Casey, Hector, MJ, Link, ML Jinky with the cute dog. I really appreciate that dog pic, by the way. Hey, Sam, Basque, Mike, Gino, Kat, Jim, Casey. Good morning. Let's go back up to the top. Let's see what the first chart request is. Shop. I looked at Shop this morning and it just has this slow grind up, levitating above the 8 EMA, major strength daily inside bar. Weekly still has resistance at 71.43. I don't want to call this a megaphone. I think that we overdiagnose megaphones. We are overbought on the daily. Weekly is not overbought. This is just a tough place to buy. If you're already in, let's see, I saw someone has calls. Looking at Shop calls to break the IB bar. Ugh. Man, it's hard to buy a daily inside bar bull break when your RSI is overbought. I don't know about that, Dino. It is a slow grind up though. 70.16 is resistance. And the other thing that's going on in the back of my mind is Amazon, because they're so closely correlated. Let's go look at Amazon. The odds that Amazon goes and takes out yesterday's high is very low. So if Shop gets lumped into the Amazon bracket, it would be in trouble. I do like the squeeze. I do like the EMA slope. Okay, here's how I would do it. Pull back buy to 69.91. The high of yesterday. If we get a pullback buy to that area, that may be the long signal. Maybe that's how you trade it and put your stop around 69.75. I think that's how I would trade it. Good morning. Good morning. What do I think NVDA will do? No clue. Crystal ball is in the shop. Let's go look at NVDA. What I have written down in my notes is I would play a stair step or tightening range. So we have the high of yesterday and the low. And of course we have the high of the prior day. 505.48 and 505.17. Right now we're opening up in the middle of yesterday's range. They killed earnings. The question is, was earnings or good earnings already priced in? So that's the question. Was it already priced in? So I would play tightening ranges or stair steps. That's how I would trade NVIDIA. So if you see a stair step on the 1 or 2 minute to the downside, you could play a break to the upside and vice versa, or you could look for 5-minute equilibrium patterns. I think your calls may get crushed, ML Jinky, because the option sellers are going to be the winners today on NVIDIA. It went up, it went down, and it ended up back at the same place it was. So it's just going to be a premium crush. Casey, I don't know if you're asking for snow in your area or you want me to go over snow. Just kidding. I know you want to go over this stock. Okay, we have a weekly inside bar. 169.19 is your resistance from last week. Daily uptrend. Let me see. Oh, that 4 hour looks good. Potential cup and handle pattern. That looks healthy. Snow is difficult though. Wide ranges, wide spreads. Let's see the liquidity. Liquidity is good right now. Very low volume day. And today could be a low volume day altogether with people taking off the day before Thanksgiving. But low volume days, names can push up and down, so we can still open up our probability to just about anything. We're opening up inside yesterday's range. If we could get above yesterday's range and gap up ever so slightly, it'd give you a little more direction on how to play it with gap rules. Good morning. Success is inevitable, ain't it? Ooh, that looks like a potential daily head and shoulders pattern. That 4 hour looks really good. Man, Success, you always bring good charts. That's a good looking chart. Ugh, parabolic on the monthly. My goodness. Let's see if bulls are wearing out with this potential daily head and shoulders pattern. Above 218.36 negates that pattern. I like it for a pullback buy. Okay. Hi, Alex Tron in Istanbul. Hello. Good morning, Matthew. Hey, Ronald Reagan. Makes me giggle every time I see your name. Hey, DC Irish Overhead. Anthony. AMD. Which way NVIDIA goes, ergo AMD, I would assume. It's still inside yesterday's range. Let me adjust the yesterday high and low. Oh, do you see that? Potential 4 hour head and shoulders there. Gotta be, no. Never mind, negated. This is a tough one. That's a pretty big range yesterday. Yeah, I would be watching NVIDIA before I traded AMD. If NVIDIA can break out from yesterday's range, it may bring AMD with it. We will get started in 3 minutes. Hey, James, where you been? CGC, Corey, you are nothing but consistent, that's for sure. You love you some CGC. It has a daily squeeze, daily inside bar, tight range yesterday, high of 58 cents, low of 56 cents, 2 penny range. Hard to get any tighter than that, so you could play the break. Tough chart. Just so beat up. You've got all this overhead resistance over here. Think about all the people that bought over here and their bag holding. Every time you have a blip up, that's an opportunity for them to offload their bags to you. PLTR is down this morning. 4 hour potential bear flag. Making enough room for an hourly higher low on the next pullback. So this is a nice bounce from yesterday's big dump. You may get a chance to buy against yesterday's low. But overall, I would not expect to take out yesterday's high. This could be a 4 hour bear flag again. Fubo. Fubo is struggling under the Great Wall of Louisiana, the hourly 50 MA. This is a top fish setup in my opinion. The market's been running and this thing has not really kept up. Potential 4 hour bear flag. That's how I would treat this thing. Man, that could be a short. AYRWF. Let me get a drink real quick. Corey, you're a bag holder. Okay, well, Corey, you got to ask yourself right here, right now. Let's say you have $5,000 in CGC. Would that $5,000 be better served somewhere else versus keeping it in CGC? Because we have a fear of being wrong. We don't want to admit we're wrong. Anything can happen with stocks. It went down. You thought it would go up. So what you do is just evaluate. Do you think CGC is going to go up significantly? If so, keep it. If not, cut it and put it in other names that are actually moving to the upside. We've all been there, done that. So don't hang your head. It's just dust yourself off and learn from it. I have coin on my list today and Bitcoin I go over every day. So I'll go over coin and Bitcoin, Adara, and Omar, okay? Let's get started with the show. Good morning. Welcome to the pregame show. This is who I am. I'm Chart Gal Lori, and I'm part of the Chart Guys community, and we teach technical analysis. If you want to give me a follow on Twitter at Chart Gal Lori, that would be lovely. And you can check us out at chartguys.com. Most importantly, we have our Black Friday offer this week. You can click on the link that is pinned in chat at the top of chat. Let me show you that real quick. Pop out chat. Right here at the top of chat, you can click on that link for the Black Friday sale. And as part of that sale, you get $200 off. Plus, you get the historical RSI indicator that Jungle Funk created, and then a meditation course for traders. So that ends in 5 days. I'd love for you to take advantage of that and see me in the chat room. All right, what do I do here every day? I go over the economic calendar to get you ready for the trading day. I show you my market environment dossier, my table that kind of objectively weights whether I'm looking bearish or bullish. Surprise, surprise, I'm looking more bullish than anything today. And then I have my notes off screen. I did not get to go over this name for you. Let me go over it real quick. Let's see, that's a low volume name. Had a high volume yesterday. I don't think it's game over. I would look for a pullback buy to $2 area. Maybe you can get in long. Just be careful. This is a name that can be manipulated. It is over the counter and low volume. All right. Okay, let's get started with the indices. All right, so with the indices, on the 4 hour, we retraced about 60% of the move from the low of, let me move this, Sunday night. Yep, the low of Sunday night to the high of Monday midday. We retraced about 60% of that. In a typical environment, odds favor a lower high. However, we're pushing up toward that high because we have a news catalyst, NVIDIA. So in a normal environment, I would say a lower high is the more likely scenario. NASDAQ is not in as good of a position as ES because we retraced about 72% of the move from the high of Monday to the low of Sunday night. We retraced over 70%. Again, we have a news catalyst that could offset that, but odds favor a 4 hour lower high compared to the high of yesterday. It's going to be hard to move that up. There you go. So 4 hour lower high on NASDAQ. This will be the litmus test for the day. The dollar is in a situation to bounce. If that dollar bounce comes to fruition, NASDAQ could have a headwind and we could pull back. So ES, even if ES breaks resistance, it would likely require NASDAQ to break resistance to have continuation. Okay, on ES, your key support 45, 36, 75. And you look, we have not had any threat to the major EMAs on the 4 hour since last Friday. We have not had a threat. We have had bulls in control. I'm going to take off this Fibonacci right here because it's getting sloppy. And we're holding the 4 hour EMAs. They did get threatened here, but we're still holding them just fine. So 4 hour lower high on NASDAQ is on watch, and that could slow down the movement of all the markets. RTY, same thing, 4 hour lower high possible compared to 1816. And your support 1784. Dow. And I should go back out to the daily real quick. I just want to show you, that's a potential daily bull flag with inside bars. NASDAQ, potential daily bull flag. RTY is not a daily bull flag, and YM is. YM's on his second daily inside bar. So on the hourly, we're chopping sideways here on Dow, but it's still super healthy. 4 hour lower high is possible, but not guaranteed. VIX has been melting as the fear just dissipates in the market. Just no fear to be had. Hang Seng was flat overnight. DAX is up green, 0.52%. Let me go back to the table. Again, we have a potential daily bull flag on deck. The dollar got over the hourly EMAs. That's not good for market bulls. Bitcoin is below the hourly EMAs, and XLE is. So overall, we're still in back burner mode on the market. Okay, looking at Bitcoin. We still have a potential diamond bearish reversal pattern underway on Bitcoin. It confirms below 34,758. And now aggressive bears are looking to top fish the 4-hour lower high on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not super healthy at this point. Yes, it's green. Okay, Ethereum is still in the show though. 4-hour lower high is still possible compared to 2067, but that's a nice bounce on Ethereum. Dollar has its 4-hour bounce going on. Hourly uptrend, 4-hour higher low is the more likely scenario on the next pullback here. So if this dollar bounce gets going, that could keep NASDAQ in check and ES in check. Gold hourly, we're going sideways. Support 1997, resistance 2008. Looks like bulls are slowing up here. Daily double top at 2009, 2008. We're still looking for a daily higher low compared to 1967. Oil is super weak. Now, here is the opportunity. I will be watching this today for potential daily inverse head and shoulders on oil. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Hourly is oversold. We're not in a daily uptrend, so that's not ideal. Yeah, I'll be looking for capitulation on oil for potential long. We have inventory today at 10:30 Eastern. TCGers, if I take that trade, I'll post that in the commodities channel. All right, Nat Gas looks terrible. I have nothing good to say about Nat Gas. And we are going into winter, which Nat Gas has more demand in winter, but I don't subscribe to that theory that should make price go up. I don't know of any major winter storms that are coming. It is getting a little colder in the south. 4-hour, look how it's just escaping oversold. It's just that yo-yo walk the dog thing where they're walking down price while keeping RSI cooled off. Be careful, Nat Gas bulls. Apple. Apple could be a 4-hour head and shoulders, and that would help bring that 4-hour NASDAQ lower high to fruition. Hey, Fat N, happy Thanksgiving to you. Oh, Fat N, I did. I think I went back to it. Thank you, Ramon. So, Apple. I can say some ugly things about Apple right here on the hourly and 4-hour chart, but what the heck am I going to say to that daily chart? Nothing. That's beautiful. Ain't nothing wrong with this chart. This looks gorgeous. We just got to stay on back burner watch for these charts that just have these crazy uptrends. Amazon is weak. Yesterday's high 144.05. We're coming up and testing that, and you have gap fill at 144.73. I don't like this chart. I would not take Amazon long. I don't like it. Nvidia. Again, what I'm looking for, y'all, it's not going to be as neat and tidy as you would want it, but it's just the way things go. I would look for some type of tightening pattern, or I would look for a stair step, and preferably to the downside so I could buy the break of the high of the low bar. So if you don't know what a stair step pattern is, Google chart guys stair step and you'll find a video on how to play this. You enter on the break of the high of the low bar and you put your stop below the low of the low bar. So those are the two scenarios I envision where you can grab a trade on Nvidia. Tesla. Dan has been saying this for a few weeks and I really like it, so I'm going to keep repeating it as well. When Tesla, Nvidia, these names show you relative strength or weakness in pre-market, it tends to play out during regular trading hours. So I like that Tesla is not gapping up and it's showing relative strength. So I think we go with that strength into open and then play it as such. And then if we reject it yesterday's high, we get out quickly. So maybe watch for a stair step or EQ pattern to get in long on Tesla with this relative strength in pre-market. All right, Queen of the Mountain trades. We're getting close. 10 more minutes. Chewy. Let me go to my notes on Chewy. Hello. Okay. Just 1 second. Let me find my notes. Chewy, hourly, tightening range, and squeeze. Okay, you can see Chewy, we're going sideways. We have this beautiful squeeze. We're holding 50 RSI. So you know the rules. If we're holding 50 RSI, I'm going to be looking long, position long within the equilibrium for a potential breakout. Resistance is 2093. You could possibly take a break of 2086. Coin, daily inside bar, potentially play the break. Coin is getting tight. You could look for a top fish against yesterday's high or a bottom fish against yesterday's long. I would play the top fish knowing what I know about Bitcoin weakness right here, right now. So we'll see if that plays out. I don't feel as confident with the coin trade as I do others. JPM daily inside bar, potentially play the break. Look how tight that range was yesterday. There's nothing wrong with this chart. I would play the break to the upside or to the downside. Save, I've liked long for a while, but now we have a potential head and shoulders on the 2 hour. It looks best. I like this one a lot. So you're looking for a top fish play against yesterday's high, 1329. Waste management, potential hourly pullback buy. This thing is beautiful. Daily inside bar. And I think it'd be a good long, waiting for a pullback buy compared to yesterday's low, 170.05. All right, that's all I had on my notes. Let me go back to chat and see if I missed anything. There are 260 of you and only 78 likes. If you could hit that like button, we're missing about 150 viewers because of Thanksgiving. So I'm very dependent on y'all to hit that like button, friends. Good morning, Card Lady. Okay. Let's look at BJ's Warehouse, wholesale, I mean. That looks terrible. It's taking a beating from Walmart numbers, it looks like. I mean, the hourly has made enough room for a higher low compared to 63.08, but I don't like that chart that much. You have to leave? You're welcome, Sam. Thank you, Casey. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. I'm just going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I'll give y'all one more shot for a chart request, and I'll do that. I am in an apartment with my parents, and my parents are having to hide out in the bedroom so they don't make noise. So if y'all want to say hello to my parents, that'd be lovely. Shout out Kat and Keith. Hi, Mark in Switzerland. Don't forget about our Black Friday offer, and that link is posted in chat. Here's another shot at my table. We're looking more bullish. Thank you, Ryan. Tell him. Happy Thanksgiving, Ahmad. I'm waiting for one more chart request, and then I will shut it down. You're welcome, Saeed. Roku. Okay. I will tell them about all your Thanksgiving wishes. I appreciate that. Mom has to go in for another treatment today, so her prayers appreciated. Okay, Roku, daily high or low, the more likely scenario. We're getting over yesterday's high of 94.32. Maybe play it something like this if you can get that gap up sustain and wait for a pullback buy to yesterday's high of 94.32 for a pullback buy. Hey, thank you, Sarah and Awesome. So maybe that's how you play it. Disney. Disney looks like a 4-hour head and shoulders. I saw this morning. Or is this just a daily bull flag? So that's why I kind of threw it out of my names that I was looking at. But you have a daily inside bar to play. Awesome, Diego. Wonderful. Cost. That looks nice. Daily lower high still expected compared to $5.99.89. This looks nice. Maybe an hourly pullback buy. Caterpillar looks terrible because of Deere earnings. Yesterday we had it as a queen of the mountain with a 2-hour head and shoulders. It's breaking bear in pre-market, so it looks pretty rough. Rivian, potential 2-hour bear flag. That may be a good short today. All right, y'all, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank y'all for being here. I really appreciate it. Check out our Black Friday offer. Give me a follow on Twitter. Gosh, I'm always asking for a lot, right? At @CharkAlLori. And y'all use stop losses. TCGers, I'll see you in the room.